is a complete shit show. My name is Kieran, and it's a pleasure to be here. Raising funds for Turch, who will be homeless very shortly. If you'd like to donate, email us at weonlydoonetake@gmail.com. We will take your donations, and we will pass it on to Turch, because he needs it in this moment.
We'll even write you a receipt so you can claim it on your taxes. That's the important part.
He'll be homeless for 3 days, and I am looking forward to those 3 days.
I did say that to my mum and dad. I went over there to drop off some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's gonna be weird. Like I've owned property for so many years, but I'll be homeless for like a week. And they're like, you'll never, if you can have a house, you can live here, you'll never be homeless. I'm like, Mum, it's called a joke.
I know I'm carless at the moment. But I will make it. I will make it over there to rub it in, just so your mum is like, no, he's not homeless. I'm like, yes, he is.
It's a precarious time. I've been living out of home for so long, and I'm going back to live with my parents just for a week. In this interim period between selling this house
and purchasing
and settling on the new place, and. I'm very glad it's only a week that I have to spend with my parents. Mind you, it is near Christmas, but I'll be in the office. I'm going to go see the Killers. So I feel like it's going to be a pseudo holiday.
So you feel like you're really staying in a hotel with a maid?
Yeah. And like my dog even gets to have a dog friend the whole week. It's going to be like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to take dogs for a walk with
I think your dad's going to be very excited to have you back.
My dad is really excited to have Dweezil there. More than anything else. He's like, I'm going to take the dogs for a walk every day. I'm like, what about me?
Take your son for a walk.
Yeah, take me out.
Put a collar on him and take him for a walk.
I said, I've been going over there to drop some stuff off, and I just dropped some clothes off there yesterday. And we were sitting on the couch just talking about stuff. And I don't have anything, like no drink, no food or anything like that. And Dad looks at me and goes, if you want a drink, just get one. Like, you know where the booze is.
You've lost guest status.
And I go, no, I'm okay at the moment. He goes, I was hoping you would say, I want something so you could pour me the same thing. Like, I see your game now. It's like, you're getting up, well, you might as well do a little something for the old man. Yeah. It's a good little deal he's got going on there. But Kieran, I hear that you have a rant.
I do have a rant.
Get right into it, buddy.
I do. Two rants, two things. Well, really, the second part's not my fault. But the first...
Don't start it off like that.
But the first...
Ease us into it.
The first part is definitely not my fault. So
I've been correcting very well-paid professionals writing. And I think I'm an average writer, but I must be the greatest writer on earth because I've been fixing people's sentences, sentence structure, their form in in documents. And what you just did is exactly what these people do. They go, I'm not very good at what's happening is not quite right, but I'll get to that. So no. Start off with your topic sentence.
No, I'm gonna start off with part 2. All right, and then there's gonna be a circular story,
all right.
like the movies.
Okay. What?
So movies, they don't go linear; they do the circular back in.
Okay.
Yeah. So part 2, I was at a dinner Thursday night, very fancy dinner.
Yeah.
Right, had to brush out the suit, had to wear a suit, and was at this dinner.
Nice.
And I had grabbed my bread roll from the left, which was a mistake.
No,
you
right
grab it from the right, okay? Yeah, right? Hear me out. The person sitting next to me, right, and this is part 1 of why this part 2 mistake occurred of the bread roll. They took the wrong napkin.
So it's a bluff. It's a double bluff.
So they took my napkin.
Right.
And so I went, and let's not beat around the bush. I was fairly intoxicated at this point, right?
So you weren't like, I'm going to have a little piece of bread with some butter. It's like, fuck, I need something to soak up all this booze in my stomach.
Because the other thing is there was sort of pre-drinks And I hadn't eaten all day, and then I got stuck into a bit of the pre-drinks. And then I was like, oh, this is great. Be able to eat dinner. I know some people from this conference. This is going to be great.
So, just wait. Can we just go back?
Yeah.
I went to this classy dinner where I had to have a suit.
Yeah.
Pre-drink, I got smashed.
We had been conferencing all day.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this, because of lockdown, this is the first time this sort of conference and all the people that go there, get to catch up with one another.
Yes,
right?
I get what's going on.
So it's a celebration. And it was at Crown.
Uh-huh.
So even better.
Crown's like a
casino.
Casino here. Yeah.
Oh, they've got other shit.
It's
there
the
too.
casino here. It's the only casino here.
So I'm thinking, I'm thinking this is fine. The Victorian rep is like, hey, Kieran, you're on this table. Oh, great. So there was no allocated seating, but the people organising it, they spread themselves out on different tables.
Yeah.
All right, just to sort of mix themselves around. So they had no. So anyway, I sit down. I'm talking to Tammy, who's the Victorian rep.
Yeah.
This is great. And then I look over and go, fuck, I'm sitting next to the CEO.
Oh, so two CEOs sitting next to each other.
That's right. A Dr. CEO
amazing.
and a CEO.
Just a regular kind.
So Tammy to my left stuffed up. Which, me not thinking, when the butter came around, I took the bread from the wrong section.
Right.
And I think...
part 2 of the story?
This is a really crappy story.
The second part, this is like, I was thinking of just saying in there, when a band release a second album,
yeah,
and it's never as good as the first because the first one's road worn.
Yeah,
this is like that second album.
So anyway, people and dinner etiquette, stealing your napkins leads to taking the wrong butter. The wrong bread roll.
Wait. So does that mean the CEO made the mistake with the napkin, or did Tammy?
Tammy made the mistake.
See,
yeah.
She let you down, but that's okay. You could have just swapped the roles.
That sort of ended up happening.
No,
but
that
is not the impression one CEO needs to give to another CEO.
Well, you could just say, you could have just said I'm left-handed. Sorry. Gone. Oh, that makes sense.
Well,
hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the second part of the story.
Uh-huh.
What is the first part of the story?
Well, no, the napkin was the first part, and the bread was the second part. Because the napkin was taken. And anyway, change of topics. The Victorian election was on.
Yes.
No
one won. It's status quo.
Yeah,
we're out of caretaker period.
The only result that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Metropolitan Western Region, Bernie Finn's DLP is up with more votes than the Victorian Socialists.
Well, that actually is the only thing that really matters in this world.
Yeah.
The Socialists don't get any more votes than, I think, 10% of the state votes?
No. Only subsections got 10%.
Yeah.
They got about 4% on average.
That's 1 in 20...
That's 4 in 100.
Yeah, okay, so it's 1 in 25, give or take.
Yeah.
That's too many.
Wow, that's actually quite depressing.
That's really depressing.
I don't like that.
I don't like this. I don't like the numbers, but
But the Liberals had a swing in the western suburbs.
Yeah, they were a bit...
So if we keep this trend up, the Liberals might actually win a seat in the western suburbs in 100 years.
It's something. I know the Greens lost a lot of seats.
I thought they gained seats.
Nah, they lost. Oh, they lost... They retained some of the seats that they always retain. Like Northcote, Brunswick.
I got to admit, I don't really care because the World Cup's on at the moment. And Australia won. Their third game ever.
Mate, it was absolutely pleasurable just to watch Duke get the cross in and head that ball bottom corner of the back post that the goalkeeper was defending. Absolute bloody magic. And I can't wait. We're playing Denmark in 2 days. Or when this episode comes out, we'll probably know if Australia qualified or not.
Now, do we need to draw or do we need to win?
We need to either of the, we just can't lose.
Okay.
If we draw and
So what we're hoping for is a 0-0 and then they go to the kick out.
No. Because it's a group stage.
Oh, yeah.
So the top 2 of the group proceed to the top round of 16.
Okay.
There's 32 teams at the moment.
Yeah.
And if Australia win, they're guaranteed a spot with France. If they draw, it will depend on what happens with France and Tunisia.
Okay.
So if Tunisia beat France and Australia draw, we're out.
So really, we need to win. Tunisia is not going to beat France.
Yeah, I know. So, but if Tunisia draw
Yeah.
with France and we draw with Denmark, we're still good.
Okay.
I know
Fuck,
it's
this is
confusing.
complicated.
Yeah, I know. And
So-
I'm watching all the groups.
So if Australia gets through, that's it. We've basically, the population should celebrate like we've won the World Cup.
well, if we want to go one step further, if we beat whoever we're playing in the round of 16, that would be the furthest Australia's ever gone in the World Cup.
That would be pretty fucking
Is it
amazing.
all right?
That we would deserve a public holiday for.
I think so.
Yeah.
If we could deserve one for the Queen dying, going into the top 8 of the World Cup, I think we absolutely deserve.
Here.
And Graham Arnold, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great
Yeah.
job. Kieran, I got a rant. I got
Ex-
a story and a rant. I got some happiness and some sadness,
Oh.
and then we get into some annoying
Okay.
things. My man Kanye West, I love that guy. Right? Let's start with that.
I think I know where this is going. So,
I'm going to leave him to the side for a second there because I know he's been dining with Trump and Nick Fuentes, who's a groiper, and Trump's making fun of him. And apparently Nick Fuentes is a white supremacist, but he's hanging out with Kanye West. So I don't know what's happening. But people now think they can just give him shit about anything. When Michael Jackson, across the board, was saying very similar, if not the exact same things back in the day. Just probably with a little more grace and elegance and eloquence. Because Michael Jackson had like an IQ of like 130, 140. He was very smart. Like, you know, he was always like, the music industry's not actually for the musician. Very, very clever. So that's my part A. And this is my part B. And then Kieran, I'm gonna link them together.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a really great thing come up on my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And an old colleague of mine from my old organization just completed his CPA.
Okay. Congratulations.
Now, amazing achievement because the CPA
It's fucking hard.
it's very hard.
Yeah.
Let's make it even more incredible. He's the first and only vision impaired person in Australia to get a CPA. Now, vision impaired. How vision impaired is this man? He walks with a walking cane.
Okay. So more vision impaired than you and I.
Incredibly vision impaired.
Yeah.
In fact, he has to have special keyboards and special software on his computer to do his work as an accountant.
Yeah.
Smart as a whip, all that sort of stuff. Went to a vision impaired school as a young guy. He's now in like his 50s and 60s. Just got his CPA.
Congratulations.
Took him 10 years because of all the stuff he needed to do.
Fantastic.
An amazing accomplishment for this person here. An amazing, inspirational person. Not just to the vision impaired people, that you can do basically whatever you want with your career, but just to me, because that's like a guy who's like, I had a goal, I wanted to do it, and I'm not going to let anything stop me from doing it, right? That's what body positivity is about.
Fuck yeah.
Amazing stuff. Yeah, even in the biggest adversity, you can do whatever you want.
He got that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you ready for part C? Women, on average, have one joke about men if they want to insult a man.
Okay.
Right? They can say lots of stuff, but they always boil down to one thing. Your penis is small. That's always, no matter what happens. You can be tall, short, fat, rich, all that sort of stuff. Whatever it is. At the end of the day, if a woman really thinks she's getting back at you, she's saying that your penis is small. Now, you're thinking, Turch, how the fuck are you going to link all these three things up?
So we got Kanye, CPA, and penis.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Julia Fox cheekily reveals the size of ex-boyfriend Kanye West's manhood.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so this woman who post dating Kim Kardashian, Kanye West went out with. Now, apparently, she only went out with him to get her.
Now, who is Julia Fox?
I don't know.
Okay.
The ex-girlfriend.
Not someone I need to know. It's not like a Kardashian.
That's right.
Yeah.
An ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Of Kanye West, right? And she said that she's only dated Kanye West because she wanted Kim to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit, all that
All
sort
right.
of stuff.
So she was a gold digger. Got it.
But she's come out,
Yeah.
as you can tell by the article name here, that actually Kanye West's penis is very tiny. And that's why he acts the way that he does.
Oh.
Now, this is where I'm going to bring it all together,
Uh-huh.
right? Why is it okay for women to call men's penises small when there's nothing you can do, despite what the internet says in those pills at porn
Take
sites.
these pills.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing a man can do about their penis size at all. Yet, Tess Holliday can be celebrated for being the size of a Model T Ford as a model. Why does body positivity is meant to be celebrating the people like my colleague who just got his CPA.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what all women expect all the time. But with the caveat is that they can always make fun of men's penises. I hate this world where even the most feminist of women will go, you can still make fun of men, and they've only got one joke, and that is, make fun of the penis. Like I give a shit, bitch! I'll fuck you with one. I'll fuck you with a twig. I'll fuck you with a giant stump. At the end of the day, my cum is going on or in you. It doesn't matter how big or small my dick is.
Turch.
It's not even an insult to any man.
I think
If a girl goes, you got a small dick, Kieran. You go, give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I like my dick size.
But they think they've won.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick of women thinking this joke is funny. And this is why no women comedian are funny. Not even one. Because this is the antithesis of all their jokes.
Freud would have a lot to say about you right now, Turch.
I tried to put so much stuff together.
Freud would probably argue you've got a tiny dick.
That's fine. I'm just having a child.
Who am I to argue what Freud has or has not said about your penis size?
Freud fucked his mum, so I'm not going to listen to that motherfucker. I don't get. I don't understand. Like body positivity, and I'm always going to go back to this sort of.
Yeah, but you know why the women go for the man's dick? Because the man's dick is...
that's all they're thinking about is sucking that guy's dick.
Mm.
See what I mean? It's that Freudian thing. It's like, oh, his dick is really small. It's like, yeah, but I really want to fucking suck it. I want him to put his dick in me. That's what they're thinking. We know that as men, and that's why we don't care that they call our penises small, big, large, fat, ugly, whatever. Because at the end of the day, they're just thinking about it. Imagine walking around and go, and talking to all your friends. It's like, oh yeah, you know, that guy's dick is pretty small, huh? It's like, yeah, it's like, you're gay. You're the one thinking about the dick. Like, that's what you would say to a man. But if a woman is thinking about an ex-lover's small penis, we go, you go, girl. No, you're thinking about still sucking his dick.
And most guys have probably just heard, your dick's small. They've probably just heard, she wants to suck my dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing. Everything you're saying, woman, is negative for body positivity as a movement. And I'm sure you'll find...
Does the psychological tactics work on men?
No, because we're just thinking about one thing.
Sport.
Yeah. It's like, World Cup's on. Penis. Are you going to suck my dick? Like, I don't know. Just trying to drink beers, watch the World Cup, and complain, and promote actual body positivity. And I won't give out any information, but I'm very proud of my friend for getting a CPA. It's an amazing achievement.
And it is great body positivity news. And that's bloody brilliant. Good on him. And
Who wants some more body positivity bullshit?
The world is just fucked. And we're here to call it out, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Kieran.
Anger.
China.
Yeah.
Is really angry at Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? They're really angry here because you know what he's decided in his country?
What's that?
The whole country is still under
lockdown.
0 cases lockdown. So the whole country has.
You know they got a phone and they got an app.
Yeah.
And you get tested, it goes red.
Yeah.
And they got like it's all tied in with the social credit score.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucked.
Right, it's so fucked.
I'm really glad I went to China in 2006 before fucking technology took over the world. It's not so a country I want to go to.
It's so fucked that that people have decided to uprise and are actually rioting at the moment. I don't know if you saw, but they're holding up like blank pieces of paper instead of having any writing on it.
Well, we know it's all going to be digitally added on anyway.
Yeah,
so,
exactly right.
Yeah,
but it's really good. But everyone around the world is like, oh, you're still keeping people locked. You're keeping people locked down and not letting them leave their house, and they have to wear a mask. This is really, really, really terrible. Why would you let a whole population of people locked down for a virus that they've already been vaccinated against, and 0.0000001%, in fact, it's exactly the same thing as the flu, would die from? And I'm just thinking, wait a second, fucking 10 months ago in this country, we were in the same fucking position.
We were locked down. Yeah.
We were in the same fucking position, and everyone was giving kudos to the leaders of this country.
Who just got re-elected.
And I'm like, wait a second, how can you're having your cake and eating it too? How is this even a thing? And then, same website, Sweden has the lowest excess mortality rate after the pandemic, despite not locking. So Sweden.
Well, it's good to see you. Appreciate your time. I understand you were in
100% never locked down. They just said, just go about your lives. Maybe wear a mask. Just do whatever you want. And if you look at the big graph of things, which is down here, no lockdowns, no school closures, no mask mandates. My apologies. At the lowest overall cumulative excess deaths in the countries analysed by OECD during the pandemic. From March, the whole time. From March 2020.
What does it mean by excess deaths?
It's caused by other factors.
Right, yeah.
So look at that. They've got absolutely the lowest. Now, if you look where Australia is, that had one of the biggest lockdowns in the history of the world. We're here. Look how many more deaths. Look, even Germany had less. Finland, Iceland, New Zealand, who was in a mega fucking lockdown. Like, they couldn't even leave the country. They couldn't even move between cities. I remember one of our listeners telling me.
Yeah.
They had way more deaths. And I'm like, so after all this, the whole hindsight thing, but a country did it right, and we're still giving credit to we've just let all these politicians, health experts, I'm going to put in quotes,
Turch,
who made
there's
the wrong
one
decision.
solution to this, and that's Bernie Finn's DLP party.
The Dick Lovers Party, got it. I know what you're thinking about. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting to see people's reaction to, the leader of China and how that's so negative. But when it happened in our own country, we were all for it. And they called the tradies crazy, and the people's like, hey, I just want to work even without getting a vaccine crazy. Like, that was crazy. But a whole country going, are you fucking serious? Can we all go and do normal things again? Because the rest of the world has. No. We're all against that. It's very hypocritical. I don't like it. And I wish...
I'm looking forward to...
I hope you never talk about COVID again. I guarantee it's not going to be a thing anymore.
I'm looking for the day we start the We Only Do One Take podcast news outlet. Real news. Like this, Turch.
Yes.
Kanye West, talking about Kanye,
I fucking love him.
announces his 2024 presidential bid.
He's the best.
seems to call for Christian theocracy.
Oh, he's gonna be great. Oh, he's so good. I got this meme about him.
Yeah.
I got this show. It says, "Barge into any discussion or argument. The Jews did it. Refuse to elaborate further. Leave." That's his plan.
That's Kanye's plan. On Thursday night, just as most of the US was settling down after Thanksgiving, Kanye West was taking advantage, officially announcing his 2024 run for president. How exciting is that?
I just don't know which party he's going to be part of, or is he going to run independent?
I have a feeling he's going to run independent.
That's kind of a good thing, because I believe they need, like...
Or Kanye for vice president.
Well, we'll see. I don't care. He needs to be in a position of power.
Yeah.
Because I've...
Secretary of State.
I don't care what he does. I just need... I want him to be... What's the press conference one?
Oh, the spokesperson?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he needs to be the media spokesperson.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What? Oh, I would love that. Oh, we were watching... Just I think he's one of the fun... Like, he's got... Other than the fact he's one of the greatest musicians we've got.
Kanye?
Yeah, he's great. Like, I love... so many records are fantastic. I'm saying that with all sincerity. Like, check out his records. They're fantastic, right? But he's one of just the funniest people in the world, because like, he obviously was married to Kim, and he just made fun of Kim, like, the whole time in all the videos and all that. But there's one where he was, like, talking about, like, nowadays, nothing's what it seems, this and that, people just get spokespeople to do whatever they want. Like, Lady Gaga's, like, the spokesperson, marketing director for Polaroid. What the fuck does she know about cameras? And I just lost it. He's
got a point.
He's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what his platform is going to be. Like, what is he actually going to push for? Because he doesn't care about other... Like, he's like Trump. He's like, he doesn't care about anyone but Americans.
Well, there you go. There's the policy.
He would definitely get a contingent of the vote, right?
He might get 4%.
Why 4%?
I don't know.
Well, it's one in...
It's one in 25.
Yeah, I could see. There would be enough people who are just into celebrities enough that they would just... I'll just vote for him. And there'd be other people who would vote for him because they might share the same skin color.
Mm.
You know.
Could you imagine?
I'm hoping.
Could you imagine?
I'm hoping.
That would be...
If my blind friend can get his CPA, Kanye West could become the president of the United States. Don't let anything stop you.
All right. Turch, one day, I'll be the president of this podcast.
Well, you can't be the CEO and the president. You have to choose. Yeah, that's that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I've got a couple of videos. You want to see some fun?
No. Chairman of the board.
Oh, well, we're all bored here. Let me play a video. Okay, so I found this video and I thought we could have a bit of a look at it. So this is a woman talking about how left-wing ideas are much more complicated than right-wing ideas.
Right.
And then this gentleman that comes in and debunks it because, women are stupid.
Okay.
And I thought we could debunk both.
All right.
Because I think they're just as stupid as each other in many ways.
All right, bring it on.
Conservative political ideas tend to be very simple and easy to communicate, whereas left-wing ideas tend to be much more complicated and harder to understand. And the result of this is that even when science proves that the left-wing ideas are correct, a lot of folks will still identify as conservative simply because it's easier to understand.
Now that's a very interesting and complex, unique theory that definitely hasn't been said by a ton of random leftists online who don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, okay. This guy. Because I'm going to say both ideologues are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Because you can use science and statistics
for fucking...
everything.
Yeah.
73% of people know that. But here we go. Let's see what this guy is saying here.
Online who don't know what they're talking about. I wonder if you have a source for that. I mean, you couldn't possibly be just making baseless claims because you read it in a meme once. I mean, you're way too complex thinking to do something like that. No, that's actually exactly what she's doing.
For example, let's talk about economic opportunity. The conservative idea is if you work hard, you can succeed and be rich. On the left, people are like, depending on the neighborhood that you grew up in, you might not have access to economic opportunity. Also, depending on your race and your gender, there's a lot of factors.
Yeah, that is exactly the conservative position on economics. It's just, if you work hard, you'll succeed. That's it. No.
That woman obviously doesn't know anything about economics, and if she really did any kind of research, she would find that every single economist, proper economist, accountant, financier, always conservative.
I don't think I've really met a left wing.
No.
Yeah, it's
Not one that. Yeah, it's especially not one that you take with any
seriousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there are like left-wing economists, Marxists or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just don't have any credibility.
No, you listen to them, you go, even I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but what you're just saying is absolute garbage. How would that work?
Without boring you to death, Turch.
Yeah.
We had on the Friday, this conference, we had to do a vote. All right. And the person who put the propositions together, very well intended. However, do you know what she did? She compromised herself by aligning herself with some kind of like activist group without realizing that they're actually a really fucking bad activist group.
Yeah.
And what the fuck happened? It was a conservative crowd fucking lost her vote. No, like 90%.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You just got to be neutral and just put out the facts, and people will make their own decisions. And people, if you put out something neutral, both the left and right will like it. Because if they don't see the other person,
as soon as you compromise yourself, you're fucked.
All right, let's see how this guy going here.
Conservative position on economics. It's just, if you work hard, you'll succeed. That's it. No nuance, nothing else. Who cares about supply side theory or Austrian economics, methodology, policy, anything like that? It's just work hard. In fact, if you pick up one of Thomas Sowell's economics books and opens it up, it just says work hard. I know it's backwards there, but you get what I'm saying. No, that's actually really dumb. You can't just oversimplify an opponent's position and act like that's evidence that it's oversimplified. I can do the exact same thing to you. I can say people on the right view economics as human actions, lots of humans interacting with each other, and there's important incentives that you have to take into account. And a low time preference is important because only with a low time preference you can actually build civilization, you can have investments, you can build up capital. But people on the left say, oh, if we just pay everybody on the planet the same thing, every problem will be solved. Wow.
I love summing up. This is how I come up with ideas for this show. I'll read more complex ideas, synthesize it, and go, okay, I'm going to make it simple as fuck, and then take the dumbest point of it and bring it in. And that's what makes it really fun, more than anything else in the world. And that's what both sides do to each other. Like, they synthesize things to work hard, you make money, and, pay everyone same, everyone happy. Like, it's not... Both of those are false.
I do have to admit, the girl is a lot more concise.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You can build up capital. But people on the left say, oh, if we just pay everybody on the planet the same thing, every problem will be solved. Wow, that was so easy. I guess you guys are completely debunked and destroyed and wrecked. Okay, but you can still technically make a terrible argument and be right. So let's actually look at the evidence and see if you're right. Unfortunately for you, there is an astounding amount of research on economic conservatism versus economic progressivism, and its relation to things like intelligence, education, and cognitive ability. Like this study of thousands of people in the UK showed that economic conservatism was positively associated with intelligence. There it is written out. This is a great one. Things like education and intelligence were associated with thinking like an economist, which means...
Wow. Who would have thought?
What's his point?
His point is that the simplistic idea of the left's understanding of the right's position is based in their own stupidity.
Means rejecting anti-market, anti-foreign, make-work, and pessimistic views of the economy. Here's some more evidence. There is strong evidence that Americans with higher verbal intelligence tend to be more economically liberal, which means they don't think the government should provide jobs, aid industrial growth,
So what he's saying is, the smarter on the bell curve that you are, the less interference with the government you want.
Oh, thank fuck. I don't even need to do an IQ test now. I'm smart. Turch, you might be a little bit smarter than me.
Maybe, you know what, if this is some like academic study on autism, you'd be like, I'll explain it to you. Or I'm just like, I understand exactly what he's saying.
There's a lot of buzzwords and things and going on.
Well, he's actually at least pointing to studies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's something.
Price control, continuing on. Economic conservatism, again associated with intelligence, cognitive ability, and the demand for redistribution.
So he's obviously on the right.
Well, this is the thing. Maybe he's on the right, or maybe he's just going, no, this is what the documents actually say.
Mm.
You know when you read a story headline?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's what that girl has. That girl's gone, I've read all the headlines and this is what the headlines say.
Right.
And the guy's gone, oh, well, what's happening in this whole body of the text? Shouldn't we read that too? And the girl's going, no, just the headline will do. It's like, well, but the body...
So basically what we do in this show.
Yeah.
We read headlines.
I read the body of the text. That's why I can talk about it. Yeah, but we're doing it in a comical sort of fun way.
Yeah, I know. That's great.
She's trying to do it as, well, that's what makes me smarter than you.
See, you know, unless you got, like, doctor in front of your name, or, I don't know, you do accounting, go away.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No. I want to talk about body positivity a little bit more.
Ah, fantastic.
Okay. Okay. It's good. Now, this is where I go,
Hang on, Turch, are you positive about your body?
no, I'm very negative about it, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, are you positive that you have a body?
I'll get back to you on that one. So this woman here was on a talent show, like a Brazilian equivalent of like Australia's Got Talent or whatever. And as the description...
Brazilian deaf mute trans woman sings Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Okay. So I'm going to say, the leftist ideal on this would be, the right thing would just be, well, even though she's all those things, it doesn't matter if she is, as long as she's good at singing.
Yeah.
And the leftist point of
We
view...
don't give a fuck. We just want her to sing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. The leftist point of view would be like, wow, those things there, all of that is... She's a minority of a minority, and she deserves special preference, and she's going to be amazing because she is deaf, mute, Brazilian trans, right? Now, I'm going to tell you a little something about music. You sort of need to be able to hear it. Right?
Okay.
At least to understand. Like, the only deaf artist that's
if all of the deaf mute people were around,
yeah,
would she be a top contender?
Well, she wouldn't be able to hear them. So she wouldn't know.
Okay.
But the only deaf artist in the world that everyone goes actually is good is Beethoven, right? But he wrote classical
was like
music.
deaf. He became deaf.
Yeah. And he had like perfect pitch, so he could hear the notes that he wrote down, right? And he could apparently feel vibrations, but we won't go there. So this woman here this trans woman is deaf, mute, and mute. Now mute as well. She's about to sing, so I doubt the mute part is real.
Okay.
But I'm just a right-winger guy. And now as my left wing has come aboard, this is going to be amazing. Are you ready for this?
I am ready. Bring it on.
Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You.
This woman sings Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You.
Why would they do this?
Why?
Why would they do this?
This is broadcast to like
broadcast!
Brazilian.
Why? Why would they make... person. Why? Is this the saddest thing you've ever seen in your life? I couldn't believe it was real. I had to go. I thought I saw this video and I thought, oh, maybe this is like someone's making a joke.
Yeah.
No, this was like on a national television in Brazil. This was real.
Oh, good on her for getting up there and doing it, but I would not.
Imagine getting. You're the
Okay, the reason why I like The Voice,
Yeah.
okay, is because they do a lot of screening.
Yeah.
So by the time the people that actually get up there and sing,
They're actually pretty decent.
they're pretty decent.
Yeah.
And it's the coach's job, you know, when they like hit the button, that are either absolutely amazing or they go, you know what, I think I can work some magic here. But do you know what I mean? I'm not having. If I had to watch crap like that, I would be turning the TV off.
Yeah. Now you say that, but there's nothing better in like the Australian Idol or Australian Got Talent than watching the failures. Like William Hung.
Hang on.
Remember him?
Yeah. That is true, but
She
they're
bang!
not.
She bang!
They're not all fucking failures, and the ones that are failures are hilarious.
They are.
Yeah.
There's that middle ground of the bell curve
Yeah.
of average, and you're like, you're not good enough for the limelight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah. That She Bangs was fucking hilarious.
Well, it's William Hung.
Bring it on.
You got any more news?
Oh, shit, yeah. Men should ejaculate 21 times a month to protect against prostate cancer, study suggests.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about prostate health.
It's good. It's important. It's November still.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
Health,
yeah.
good.
Nice May, by the way.
Finally, we get one. Finally, men get a month. And we have to double it up with prostate cancer.
The gland which produces semen is obviously very important, but disorders in the area are increasingly common among men over the age of 50.
Yeah, absolutely.
An enlarged prostate can cause urination to be frequent and painful. And in addition, prostate cancer is now the third most common cancer amongst males. How can it be fixed? This is the great thing as well, because if they've done this research, if they've done a proper randomized control trial, hey, Turch, you're going to need to jack off once a week. You know, another person.
Kieran, you keep up your 22 times a day.
And, you know, let's record.
Have you ever seen that guy, like it was a short thing on YouTube, and the guy that masturbated for the longest period of time? He masturbated for like 10 or 12 hours straight.
That's the longest? I thought it would have been like a day or two.
It might have been long. I'll look it up, but I'm just like, what's the point? Like, how is that enjoyable after that?
Don't know. Anyway, in a study of 32,000 men, found that those with higher rates of ejaculation were less likely to have prostate tumours. We found that men reporting higher compared to low ejaculatory frequency in adulthood were less likely to be subsequently diagnosed with prostate cancer. This large prospective study, you know what this means, Turch? They didn't do a retrospective. They followed them over a period of time. Provides the strongest evidence that ejaculation can prevent prostate cancer. So how many times should you be ejaculating? The panel of researchers believe that 21 will protect you.
So it's like 4 times a week.
Yeah.
That's about right.
During 21 ejaculations or
so when you're
more
50
per month can protect males from prostate cancer.
So when you're 50, your medical bill is just Viagra.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. Your 4-hour-long erections. Well, even doing a 4-hour-long erection, apparently the longest masturbation session was Masanobu Soto from Japan. And he masturbated for 9 hours and 58 minutes. And he beat... Funny. He beat his previous world record. That's what he calls it. by 28 minutes. So just under 10 hours. That seems. Imagine going for a run for 10 hours. Yeah, that's what he did, but he was jerking his dick.
I just feel like that'd be really uncomfortable for 9 hours.
How do you keep an erection? Like, you would have to eat.
Yeah.
You know, you would have to eat. You probably would have to go...
Because it's in the Guinness World Records.
Yeah.
Does that mean there was like an observer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because you can't just say, like, I can't just ring them up and be like, hey, guys, I
You
masturbated.
could film yourself.
I masturbated
guess.
for 12 hours.
You could.
You know.
You should do that.
And I'd like to be in the Guinness World Record now.
He would have to either do, or he filmed himself and someone had to watch it, which is, I think, even funnier.
for 9 hours.
10 hours.
10 hours, yeah.
Yeah, or he
Could you imagine being in like the office going, are you still watching porn? No, he's up to 4 hours.
There
Like,
was a 4chan joke years and years ago that they would just send DVDs of a black screen
Mhm.
on and put one frame of child pornography in there, or just put like this is child porn on the DVD and send like thousands of hours of blank videos to the FBI, because then they would have to watch them. And some guy's just sitting there watching
black.
nothing for
Oh.
and just wasting government resources.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's very funny. for one guy. Me. Speaking of the USA,
Mhm.
it's getting a bit have you ever seen the film RoboCop?
Yes.
It's getting there. San Francisco considers allowing law enforcement robots to use lethal force.
Oh, I think I read this. Yes.
Yeah, so they're just like, oh yeah.
No guns, bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bomb robot is now disarming and arming.
They're going, fuck it, we're sending in a bomb. We're going to blow the fuck out of you.
Just
Yeah.
roll it in.
Well, all the problems San Francisco's having, they probably need the robot bombs.
You would think if they wanted...
I'm just disappointed we don't have like full RoboCop right now.
No, I'm comfortable with that. We need less cops.
You know, the robot's not walking around. Where is my robot slave?
Like, what type of robot slave would you want?
You know, one that sort of
Like, name a cartoon or a film of a slave, like robot slave that you would want. Like, would you like the Jetsons? Where you got the maid, the robot.
I don't know.
Maid?
I want something that's like a robot.
Or do you want like Bicentennial Man, like with Robin Williams?
I just want to be like, hey, robot, get me a beer out of the fridge.
That's what you get a wife for.
You know, robot. You know, take the bins out.
How far would you want that robot to go? Would you just want it for chores?
I want it to jerk me off for 10 hours.
Yeah, that's right. Or would you want
I want it to
Did you want to
a
add the
Guinness
jerk
World
off?
Record robot.
Is that a module? Like you just keep adding to it. It's like this is the dick sucking module, and this is the taking out the trash firmware update. You know, this firmware update, they separate the cans from the lids, and and you got to pay a bit extra for that.
Yeah. I want a robot that can do a podcast with me.
That makes it easy.
That's what I want.
That makes my job easier.
Yeah, so what's happening in San Fran?
Well, that's it. They're considering using robots to use lethal force. And I'm like, why? Like, they've got a lot of homeless people there.
Mhm.
So I'm like, so they're just going to send this robot around just to shoot people. Good on him.
Interesting. Turch, how often have you played Monopoly?
I like Monopoly as a board game, to be perfectly honest. It's completely garbage, but it's fun.
We're having a games night.
Yeah.
We're going to play Monopoly.
Okay.
It's settled. And we're going to follow the rules. No free parking money.
No. Jess and I, when we play exactly to the T to what the rules say.
Excellent. Because if you do the free parking money in the middle, the game never fucking ends.
I never did free parking money as a kid.
That may have been, I don't know, Western Australia, it was fucking...
Yeah, a lot of people say they did that, but I was like, no, that just makes the game too long.
Yeah. A man has been arrested after family Monopoly game turns violent.
Yeah, well, Did you bring in the video last week of the kid crying to pay
the
taxes?
Yeah. Officers were called to shots fired. The caller identified the suspect as John, saying he chased her down and fired a shot at her and her father. When the police arrived, they took the person into custody. Investigators learned that the family had been drinking alcohol and playing Monopoly.
Yes, that's what the mistake is. The only game you should be playing drunk is Trivial Pursuit.
Uh-huh.
With your family.
Yeah. Oh, you know what game we haven't played fucking forever? Werewolf.
Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah.
Well, when I finally move into my new house and I have everybody over.
Which I'm probably going to be in fucking India when that happens.
It's true. So I'll have my house for a long time. You like Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I fucking love Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The character that plays Dennis. He, Greg Howerton. He bought a Tesla.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
What a guy.
Yeah, he's just gone down a notch.
And apparently now he said to Tesla, "You've lost a customer." Because he was stuck in a parking garage for days after his key fob broke.
Oh, no.
So apparently, he contacted Tesla. So Always Sunny in Philadelphia staff frustrating experience when he was parking garage for over 24 hours. Howerton told the other co-stars on the podcast that he was locked out of his Tesla on Friday night after his key broke. The actor said he was unable to connect to the Wi-Fi to the bottom of the Los Angeles parking lot in order to use the electric car maker's app for accessing the vehicle. The failsafe. Right? Now, all this is like, he couldn't access it, all this sort of stuff. The key broke. Little did he know. And here's something for you.
Mm-hmm.
It is a digital key. You've got a set of keys, right?
Yeah.
And it's a key and it's electric.
Yeah, push the button, the door's open.
But also, you've got, you click a little button and an actual key pops out.
Yeah.
And you could put
I don't actually have a car anymore, so...
I know. I'll try not to make fun of you, believe it or not. I was promoting...
No, please. My housemates make fun of me all the time. You know.
Oh, this is a sanctuary. Right?
There might be... We might be like, I don't know, maybe we're all finished work. Oh, it's night time. Maybe we're going to watch a movie. And then it's like, well, raise your hand if you have a car. Because then you get to choose the movie. Yeah.
Well, when you get your keys and you can go, well, I've got to put a key in the ignition.
Uh-huh.
And then you click the button and the little key flips out. And you can just put it into the car. Or you can also unlock the door.
Yeah.
With that key. Guess what you can still do on a Tesla?
I don't know.
Oh, you can unflip an actual key and put it into the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they still have the fail-proof metal key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like...
He didn't fucking realise that.
So this is a 24-hour... This was, for me, I read this article, I sent it to Jessica, this is an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? It has to be. It's like, Dennis comes in, Mac, did you waste all the battery in my key?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you reckon we're going to see this as an episode?
Why did you do that? And then Charlie would come in, you could just put the key in and open the door. That's so beneath me. I own a Tesla. That was what it would be like,
I hope this is an episode.
So ridiculous. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Bring that in. Yeah. Good on him. I can't wait for the new season. It's Always Sunny.
I love it. I love it, Philly.
Yeah.
Philly is fucking amazing. Turch. Rats have been blamed for eating 500 kilograms of cannabis stored by the Indian police.
Uh-huh. Is that what they're calling convicts now?
Yeah. This isn't suspicious at all. Rats in northern India have been accused of eating hundreds of kilograms of cannabis. Holy shit. I've got to tell you, outside of the podcast, something that happened at Jordan Peterson on the weekend.
Okay.
Rats are small animals. No shit article.
They have 4 legs and a tail. They're like cheese.
Oh.
He was in a film called Ratatouille once.
Yeah, so rats are small animals and they aren't scared of the police was noted in a court report.
That's even better. Some judge heard that.
Yeah, so 200 kilograms of confiscated cannabis was supposed to be used as evidence in a case, has now been eaten by rats. Can you just imagine high rats?
I'm just thinking, how much does a rat eat a day?
I don't know. That'd have to be a lot of rats. Oh.
That's what I want to. How much is a rat? How much does a rat eat in a day, in weight? Like that would be my question, right?
Mm-hmm. And then how many rats do you need to get through 300 kilos?
Okay, rats need.
The equation used to determine amount of food needed being 5 to 6 grams of food per 100 grams of body weight of the rat per day. Feed consumption would be between 15 and 20 grams per day for an average adult rat.
So 20 grams.
Mm-hmm. 300 kilos of weed, that's a fucking lot. That's a
lot
lot of weed.
That's what I'm trying to work out. Let's go. I think it was 200 kilos. 200 or 300?
Let's just say 200.
We'll say 200 kilos times 1,000 is 200,000 grams.
Uh-huh.
If they divide that by 20 grams per rat a day, you need 10,000 rats to eat it in one day. So if you even divide that...
That is a lot of high rats out there.
I'd say even if you divide that by, I don't know, a week, that means every day 1,500 rats are eating their body weight or they require 20 grams of food.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and then they would get hungry, so they'd actually eat more. They'd get the munchies.
I don't know. Just a simple maths thing.
Yeah.
Like, how long was it there for?
I don't know.
But I know, but it like that's.
Are we calling BS on this, or are we actually going? It was fucking rats.
I need to know more information because according to my numbers, they could eat it.
Yeah.
But I need to know how many rats. Like, if you've got like 5 rats in the place, like, okay, how long was it there for?
Someone's taken the weed and
someone's
having making a bit of a profit.
I'm a blimmin' rat.
I found it. My dad tells the story. My grandfather's dead, so ATO can't get him. But my dad tells me the story. He was running this like party business.
Yeah.
And you know, back in the olden days where you had like a hand ledger.
Yeah.
And he didn't quite keep accurate records.
No one did.
And he had receipts, and he owed a bit of money to the ATO. And what a shame, the rats ate the box filled with all the receipts.
That's the dog ate my homework excuse.
And I listened to that story going, so he actually had to get like mice or rats to put them in there.
No, he didn't. He just chucked them in the bin and said, "Oh, the rats got it."
Okay, that's even better. I'm an idiot.
Okay,
This is why I said
this is my plan. We actually get rats.
Oh shit! Stupid shit comes out.
You just. I've been trading these rats for weeks. They're still hungry for receipts. Kieran.
I'm gonna shut up now.
I think we're gonna end it there, buddy. I got nothing else. Unless you got something.
I've got nothing more.
Excellent. Wrap it up, buddy.
Well, thanks everyone. If you're smarter than Kieran, send us a story or a rant. We only do one take podcast at gmail.com. Find us, on great places that you can listen to us, and we're on the socials, and I'm going to wrap it up there.
And if you'd like to send us some hate mail, you can contact us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, iTunes, and give us a review on Spotify. And make sure you email us at we only do one take podcast at gmail.com. Kieran, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next Thursday.
Come on, man. Motherfuckers, guys, come on. Give me the 5-star rating, baby. Give me the 5-star. That's all I want, baby. That's all I want. I'll fuck all the beautiful girls in the goddamn world. They'll fuck a 10-star. I just want 5. 5, baby. Just 5.